Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to more family-friendly gaming with Soap the Great. I am back on the Hypermine modded server, playing some FTB Infinity Evolved. How is everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. I am over here on a little island that's in kind of a safe-ish harbor near my base island. Let's take a look at the journey map. And before we get going, I have tried to record this episode at least once before. I've been trying and I keep getting dropped frames. You may have seen that in the first 3 episodes, and most of you were, if you did notice, you were too kind to actually say anything, but I've been noticing it and I've tried. I don't have this issue in vanilla, I have it in modded only. So, first episode, thought I got it fixed by adding more memory to modded. That did not take care of it. I've tried Optifine, but I keep getting crashes. I've lowered the view distance, so we're going to try this time, and if you do see this, or if you're hearing this, it means that I haven't seen any dropped frames. So, if you don't see it, then, well, you won't really know anything is different. So, what have we got here? Well, you can see that we've got far fewer trees available on the island. I have deforested almost everything. I left this tree. It's a nice big tree, big oak tree, and this eucalyptus, I think. Anyway, it looks really cool, and we're not going to be messing with this area for the castle. Instead, you can see kind of a rough outline with some white blocks here. That is white wool, and that's going to be the rough outline of the castle that we're going to be doing. And then you see these gray dots here. That is pathways, and let's walk through it. I am eventually going to get rid of this island, and the reason I want to do that is because this is a nice tall hill, okay, and I want that to be the central location for the castle keep. Over here, this is kind of a tall hill. I don't want this to be the harbor that people normally come to, so this is going to be the hill, and you can see kind of the contour right here. It's much lower than the one over there, and I'm taking you on a little bit of a progressive revelation tour because I've got some changes I want to show you. So I'm going to try and fly slowly because I think that has something to do with the skipped frames as well. So wherever we see these dark gray blocks, that's going to be a pathway. And so you'll come, well, I'm going to get rid of that right there. I'll put a nice little dock section in here. And then you'll come through, any visitors through the docks are going to have to come through a gate over here. Okay. So we'll probably have the linking book set up to somewhere over there and the nether portal somewhere over there as well. So before we go through what is going to eventually become the gate, let's go over on this pathway and we can just kind of walk around. I've got it following the contour of the land a little bit, and we'll have a little beach going area down here eventually. So that's going to be outside of the outskirts of the town, or outside of the walls of the castle. Maybe over here, probably going to be some agricultural areas, some automated farms and such. So we're going to have the farms and little houses outside the walls, and inside we're going to have a lot of the industrial type stuff. So we're going to come through here. You can see that right about this area is where the gate is going to be. You can see the white blocks here showcasing where that wall is going to go, and maybe we'll have a little tower right here, kind of a guard tower, watching over anybody coming in, and also watching over the strait right here for anybody that might be coming from that direction. So that's the general idea that we're going with. This is a castle. We're going to be guarding against invaders. So we'll come through here. This is going to be the main walkway into town square. Castle Keep is going to be right here, maybe the palace, or at least the central hall, throne room hall is going to be there as well. And we come around here and you can see something peeking up over the hill. That's right, I've got a big reactor. I threw some Eulorium into it, but we're not really getting into power at the moment. I'm going to be getting a script that seems to be what everybody's using now to control the thing, and then I'll start running my quarry off of it. But for now, it just has some latent heat in it, producing a very minimal amount of RF. But that's where the reactor is going to go. And what I've done is I've set up a personal anchor, and I'm supposed to be able to put ender pearls into it. I don't know why. It's not letting me put ender pearls into it. I don't know why it's not. So anyway, let's bring up the chunk borders and the personal anchor and maybe even the world anchor. I might get into that. We'll see. But both of them will load a 3x3 chunk area. So there's that 3, there's 3, and all around there. So those 9 right there, the reactor is going to be clearly within that. All 9 chunks are going to be within the castle walls. So we'll take the castle walls around the outskirts of the land right there, maybe dip into the water a bit. And then the mob farms are going to go right in here. Now, I said last time I wanted to get a farm for every mob in the game. It was a more ambitious project than I realized at the time that I said it. There are a lot of mobs in this game. So we're just going to focus on a few. I don't know quite all the ones I'm going to do yet. I'll get a to-do list going for that later. Over here we've got an aqueous accumulator going into an ender tank. You can see the network right there. It's a private network, and I've got light blue. That's signifying water. So it's sending water into the ender tank. Let's come back over here to the gray wool, and we'll come around and hopefully, let's turn off these. There we go. Turn off the chunks. Should be good to go. And hopefully we're not having as many issues. Now I do have a bunch of animals over there. Those might be causing lag, but let's just pop over here real quick. And this is going to be another gate right here. Okay, so we follow the contour of the land. It comes to a dip in the hills, some hills over that way, very low. So a nice hill right there, and that's where the gate is going to go. And then we'll come over to some more agricultural areas over here. Okay, so that's kind of the deal that we're going with, kind of the idea. Okay, I keep saying okay a lot. I'm kind of in tutorial mode, but the castle wall is going to go around here following those white wool blocks. And when I last tried to record this episode, I didn't have any of that planning in place. I've since done that. So let's come down into here, into the hidey hole, come past the chicken generator, and I'll show you a little bit more of what I've been doing. I'm getting into draconic evolution a bit. Oh, yeah. I've got a new helmet. It's the Wyvern helm. It's a little bit better protection than the iron stuff, and you fill it up with RF. So I can put it into the energetic infuser, and all is good there. You can also see I've gotten a little bit into ME. I'm going to be getting an ME system because of something I'm doing over here. Right here is another ender tank. It's red, orange, and yellow. Also on the personal network. I'm not going to take you to the nether, but I've got an endothermic pump pumping lava into that. And I've turned off both of these tanks because I've got plenty of obsidian. Let me show you. I think that's enough obsidian. A bunch of junk coming in here too. Oh, some cyanite from the reactor. So that's good. And then this ender tank, or set of ender tanks, is going to go to mob farms when I get to moving mob essence around. So let's see. That is the extent of my updates there. We'll come over here. I made a disenchanter to pull a Reaper 4 enchantment off of the diamond spike so that I could start copying that. And right now I think that is a soulbound one. Let's see. Soulbound? Yep. So I'm copying soulbound, and we'll just put that right there to copy it again for when I have enough levels. I don't at the moment. Right here, I was going to put the big reactor in here and then also the blaze farm, but then I decided, you know what? Instead of putting all the work into doing it here, we'll put it up top where it's going to go eventually, and then we can get our base started. All right. So next thing, some potion storage, some book storage, and then some of what I wanted to show you was from the nether. Now I'm not going to show that to you because I've found that switching dimensions is still causing issues. So instead, we're going to round out today's episode by showing you how I managed to get these activated division sigils. Yes. So I'm going to hopefully get that going for you towards the end. let me just make sure that we've got everything covered here. I've talked about the overall design of the castle. Oh, one thing that I'm not sure about, and I'm going to need your help. Let's get the chisel here, and then we're going to get some limestone, some of this stone, and then I've also got some abyssal stone. Let's bring that up. And we got the smooth abyssal block here. So let's just take a look at some of these. What I want to do is for the material. So we've got the general idea of what we're going to be doing. We've got a castle. That's what we're going to be building here. But we got to figure out the materials. I'm leaning towards limestone because we've got plenty of it around here. It's got some nice options here for the these textures. Particular, I don't like the creeper necessarily. This is a little too ornate, but the bricks, this one is pretty good. Let's throw that down. I mean, that's a nice enough. That's a nice castle texture. The problem for me is that it's a little too beige. Okay, that's the reason why I'm not like overly excited about this particular one. Let's throw in the abyssal stone. That's cobble, and then the brick here. Let's try that. And that's nice, but it's a little too, I don't know, it's too uniform, but it might be the one that we do, although it is very difficult to get a hold of. And then we'll throw in some cobblestone just to see what we've got here. I like the bricks, but again, you know, it's easy to build with that, with cobblestone, because we've got that in vanilla. See, we don't have limestone or abyssal stone in vanilla, and I think I want to stay away from the colors of cobblestone. So here's where I need your help. If you are a modded aficionado and you know of some other blocks that I am not even considering right now, and there are plenty of blocks that might respond to chisel, do let me know. I'm looking for something that's got decent coloration, kind of a darker feel. So these are right here are the kind of things that I'm going for. Even this has the right feel. This has the right feel. It's got dark. It's got some texture built into the block. So we're not going to go crazy with microblocks or anything like that, because that's going to generate lag. We're going to have plenty of lag with all the machines we're going to be doing. So I don't need to add microblocks to it. If you know of some other options than these, I would appreciate you commenting down below or sending me something on Twitter, and I will definitely take a look at that, and we'll look at seeing how hard getting those blocks might be. But for now, I know where to get abyssal stone. There's plenty out in the ocean all around. And then I know where to get limestone, and I've got plenty of cobble. So if 41 stacks and 15 isn't enough, I've got plenty of the compressed stuff up here. So cobble's not a problem. We can always get that igneous extruder doing cobble as well. So that's it for now. What I'm going to do is give you a little excerpt from activating those division sigils, and then we're going to close out with one of the results of that division sigil. All right, so that's it for now. Hopefully you enjoy these, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. All right, it's time to bring you in. The time is right for this, and so what we do is lead this guy over here and see if we can kill him. There we go. And so I managed to activate all of them. Yep, so there we go. And now we have to clean this all up. This it's called Cursed Earth. And now we get into some serious stuff. So anyway, I got the division sigil. I'm going to clean this up, and then we'll get to making the what is it? The builder's wand. All right. So I'll see you in just a moment. Alright, so I've cleaned up that little island back there, and we're getting to the end of our episode, so I wanted to craft this real quick, and hopefully I got this right. So what we do is we divide iron by diamond, okay, and then we're going to put obsidian right there and put the unstable ingot right there. I've never done this before. There we go. Okay, if you leave the unstable ingot in your inventory for too long, it will blow up and will kill you. So I don't want to mess too much with that, but now I have the builder's wand, and that means that I can just easily build stuff. Okay, so let's just try this out real quick. We'll put down some cobblestone. Right, okay, so I got some there, and like this. I'm pretty excited about this. This is one of the things that I was looking forward to with modded. Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, a new era has begun. Oh boy. Check that out. Yeah. I'm excited about building now. We got our builder's wand. Get ready. We just need to figure out the material, and I might figure that out on stream, but I'd like your suggestions too. So feel free to leave those for me down below. And as this is coming out just a few days before Christmas, a Merry Christmas to you and yours. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.